Welcome back into Ion Agriculture. I'm Britton Recker. We are diving into key financial and legal tools that can impact your future. Everything from digital contracts to spousal lifetime access trust and even a tax code for livestock replacement. To help break this down, we're joined now with Roger McEowen, professor of agricultural law and taxation at Washburn University. Roger, what are some benefits and risks of using digital contracts over traditional paper ones?
Well, good to be with you, Britt. That's a good question because those are becoming more and more popular as we go, get further down each year. And with technology changes and so forth, we have farmers that will buy goods out of state and they'll do online auctions. And you have to be really, the point I would want to get across is you have to be very careful because the acceptance on a digital contract is often just by clicking. And so you want to make sure that you read what you're agreeing to before you click, because that click is final. It's not like you're presented with a piece of paper physically and a pen. It's just too easy in many instances to click something without reading it. So make sure you read it. The basics have to be there. You have to have an offer and acceptance, and you have to have consideration that's involved. But making sure what you read is key.
Yeah, moving on. What is a SLAT and how can it help couples with estate planning?
Yeah, a SLAT is a spousal lifetime access trust, and this is an irrevocable trust where you are giving your spouse the lifetime income from a trust. And if you can fund it with assets that are going to appreciate in value, such as farmland over a long period of time, then you can get a major tax benefit because you're removing that asset from your future estate. So this will be a more important technique for more people if the exemption comes down starting in 2026. We just saw this morning what the exemption is going to be in 2025. IRS has increased that, and it's not quite 14 million. But if the law sunsets after the end of next year, that'll drop to about 7 million. So if we can move property, benefit a spouse, get it to our kids, keep it out of our estate, that's what people are going to look to. And the SLAT is another way to do that.
Yeah, that is huge. Roger, can you explain how the IRS code for extended livestock replacement helps farmers with taxes?
Yeah, that's an issue that's important in Kansas and other states that have experienced weather disasters such as drought and floods and hurricanes and those types of things. But if you have to sell more livestock as a livestock producer than you normally would in a given tax year, then that excess can be the gain on the excess that you sell because of that weather-related disaster can be deferred until you replace those animals and sell the replacement animals. And normally that's 4 years, but if you've been in an area such as this year, central Kansas, that has extended drought, then you can extend that out for another year. And IRS announces at the end of September every year what the so-called drought counties are. And we have a number of Kansas counties that are in that list. So in that area, if you're coming up to the end of your 4-year replacement period, you can extend it for another year and then another year if you're still in prolonged drought. That's how that works.
Well, Roger, thanks so much for coming on the program. Everyone stick around to Ion Ag. We'll be back after the break.